Hello, friends. I hope everybody is fine. Today, I'm taking you people with very important topic, that is ICH guidelines, stability testing of new drug substances and new drug products, Q1AR2. This is one of the guideline. It's very important to who are working in the pharmaceutical industries. That too, quality control department and as well quality assurance and the production, everybody. Especially this Q1AR2 is the dedicated chapter for stability testing of new drug substances and products. This Q1AR2 is issued on 6th February 2003. So this guideline is dedicated to European countries, Japan and United States. So this is very important subject with concern to stability study. So ICH guidelines, which defines the stability data package for a new drug substance or drug products that is sufficient for a registration application within their regions of Europe countries, Japan and United States. So why we have to study the stability study? Why we have to study this, conduct the stability studies? So stability studies is necessary. This is one of the evidence to provide how the quality of the drug substance or product varies with the time under the influence of various parameters like environmental factors such as temperature, humidity and light. This stability study is required to establish the retest period of the drug substance or shelf life of the drug product. So this is recommended storage. What are the recommended storage conditions with this stability studies? Drug substance and drugs products are almost all same um, factors we need to be follow. So first of all, we'll go for stress testing. What is stress testing? Stress testing is the study that will be helpful to identify the likely degradation products. The nature of the stress testing will depend on the individual drug substance or individual drug product. Stress testing to be carried out on a single batch of the drug substance or drug product. It should include the effect of temperature with an increment of 10 degrees increments, for example 50 degree, 60 degree, etc. Above that, for accelerated testing, humidity 75% or greater or even greater. Okay, the testing should also evaluate the susceptibility of the drug substance to hydrolyze across a wide range of the pH values when the product is solution or a suspension. Here photostability also is one of the stress testing and is also is an integral part. So whatever the results we are gathering from these studies, that will form an integral part of the information which provided to regulatory authorities. So how to select the batches? So, batches, you have to select data from formal stability studies should be provided at least minimum 3 primary batches of the drug substance or drug product. The batches, whatever we are going to be subject, it should be in minimum scale or pilot scale. But what are the procedure we have to follow? That is manufacturing in large scale. The same procedure we should follow here. So how the container closure systems will be there? The stability study should be conducted on the drug substances which is packed in a container or closure system that is the same or which simulates the packaging proposed for the storage condition or storage and distribution. So here what is the specification? Specification is a list of test references to analytical procedures and proposed acceptance criteria. For specification, one more guideline is there, that is Q6A and Q6B, and even degradation products, which is for impurity study, that is Q3A, another one more guideline from ICH that we can refer for specification as well as degradation products. Stability study should including test those are the parameters of the drug substance or drug product susceptible to change during the storage and unlikely to influence the quality, safety and or efficacy of the product. The testing should cover physical, chemical, biological and microbiological parameters. So now we'll come to know testing frequency. What are the frequency you have to study the stability? First, for long-term stability studies, we should normally study for every 3 months over the first year, and every 6 months over the second year, and thereafter annually you have to study till the retest period. Say for example, for long-term frequency, how will becomes 0 month, 3 month, 6 month, 9 month, 12 month, then 18 month, then after 24 month, 36 month, so and so on. Okay, that is long-term storage condition, sorry, frequency. So now what about accelerated storage condition? What are the testing frequencies? Here minimum 3 time points is required, including initial and final time points. Say here 0 month, 3 month and 6 month is minimums requirement for accelerated studies. So whatever the results from the accelerated studies are likely to approach significant change criteria. Here you should follow the significant criteria. So significant changes we'll discuss in here after a few minutes. So let me complete about the intermediate storage condition. Then after that we'll come for next storage conditions. So next, the results from the accelerated stability, so which will apply significant changes criteria. So the testing should be conducted either adding the samples at the final time point or by including a fourth time point in the study's design. So here 6 month stability study is recommended for accelerated. For long term, minimum 12-month stability is recommended. So now the intermediate storage condition, what? Intermediate storage testing frequency is what? Here, so whenever you are observing the significant changes in accelerated condition, you must follow the intermediate storage condition. Here we have to study the frequencies. A minimum 4 time points should be studied, including initial and final time points. Say for example 0 month or initial, 6 month, 9 month and 12 month. See here 12-month studies minimum is recommended. So now we'll come to know about the storage conditions. Storage conditions sufficient to cover the storage for shipment and subsequent use. The long-term storage testing purpose to conduct the stability studies for storage condition 25 degrees Celsius plus or minus 2 degrees Celsius, and the relative humidity is 60% plus RH plus or minus 5% RH. And one more condition is 30 degree Celsius plus or minus 2 degrees Celsius, and relative humidity 65% plus or minus 5% RH. 5%, sorry. So here the minimum period is required 12-month study, and intermediate storage condition is 30 degrees Celsius plus or minus 2 degrees Celsius, and 65% RH plus or minus 5% RH year intermediate minimum 6 months is required. Then accelerated storage condition. This is for actually in general case. Accelerated storage conditions 40 degrees Celsius plus or minus 2 degrees Celsius, 75% RH plus or minus 5% RH, so 6 month is recommended. When you are planning for long-term study at 25 degrees Celsius, then applicant can decide whether you have to go for 25 degrees Celsius or 30 degrees Celsius. If you choose on the 30 degrees Celsius is the long term, then intermediate is not required. So significant change for a drug substance is defined as a failure to meet the specification in accelerated condition. Drug substances or drug products intended for storage in a refrigerator. So long-term stability you have to conduct at the storage temperature 5 degrees Celsius plus or minus 3 degrees Celsius. Up to 12 month study is required, mandatory. Accelerated stability study storage condition is 25 degrees Celsius plus or minus 2 degrees Celsius and 60% RH plus or minus 5% RH. Minimum required study is up to 6 months. If any significant change occurs between third and 6 month at accelerated storage study, the proposed retest period should be based on the real-time data, that is long-term data. If significant change occurs within first 3 months, then what to do? Then we have to mention on the label the storage condition, for example during shipping or handling, so that the particular drug substance is intended for storage on freezer. So for example for freezer storage condition is long term is minus 20 degrees Celsius plus or minus 5 degrees Celsius. Here the drug substances which are intended for storage in freezer, here accelerated study is not recommended. So the what is the statements or labelings, how should be there for these products? A storage statement should be established the labeling in accordance with the national or relevant national or relevant regional regulatories or requirements. As per that we have to labeling and have to make specific information instructions should be provided. So if it is particularly for drug substances which are cannot be tolerate freezing, then terms such as ambient condition or room temperature should be avoided. So like that labeling conditions should be there, and also on the label we should mention the retest date. So now the we'll talk about significant changes. So what are the significant changes? For example, say for example 5% change in NSA assay from the initial value, and that will does not meet to the criteria as mentioned in the specification. So that can be studied. Okay, and any degradation products exceeding the acceptance criteria or exceeding the limit or specification, then it will call a significant change. Whatever the test criteria failure to meet the appear specification, maybe its appearance or physical parameter or functional test like color, any separation and resuspendability, cake formation, hardness will be more, and dose delivery per actuation, like that conditions also will come under significant change only. So failure to meet acceptance criteria of pH value is, does not meet to the specification, then is also a significant change. And in the dissolution of tablets or capsules, so there also more than 12 dosage units it is failing, then it's also one of the significant change. So how the drug products packaged in semi-permeable or impermeable containers. So stability studies for product which are stored in impermeable containers, that can be conducted under controlled or ambient humidity condition. The same way how to conduct the stability for semi-permeable containers in those drug products are packaged. So aqueous based products packaged in semi-permeable containers should be evaluated potential water loss in addition to the physical or chemical properties, physical, chemical or biological or microbiological or immunological stabilities. This will this these are all we have to evaluate, and to and this can be carried out in at low relative humidity. For example, in long term, what will be the condition for semi permeable containers in the sense, so 25 degrees Celsius plus or minus 2 degrees Celsius, then 40% RH plus or minus 5% RH. Even for long term, 30 degrees Celsius plus or minus 2 degrees Celsius, and 35 plus or minus 35% RH plus or minus 5% RH. That is again long term can be chosen by the applicant. Then intermediate will becomes as same 30 degrees Celsius plus or minus 2 degrees Celsius, then RH is 65 plus or minus 5% RH. So again intermediate, if you select the 30 degrees the long term condition, then not necessary to conduct again intermediate, because intermediate condition also same except the humidity. In accelerated, what is the accelerated for semi-permeable containers? So accelerated storage condition for semi-permeable containers, that is 40 degrees Celsius plus or minus 2 degrees Celsius, and here the RH or relative humidity should not be more than 25%. Okay, so whatever the water loss is coming across the initial value should not be more than 5%. That is again a significant change. If it is more than 5%, it's a definitely is called a significant change, which is packed in the semi-permeable container. So in 3 months after the study of the 3 months, if the water loss comes on more than 5%, it will call a significant change. And the same time, for small containers, say for example 1 ml containers or less than 1 ml containers, there are even unit dose products. So water loss should not be more than 5% or more within 3 months. Then the storage within 3 months. Okay, now drug products which are intended for storage in a refrigerator, so the long-term stability study is 5 degrees Celsius plus or minus 3 degrees Celsius same, and the accelerated study is 25 degrees Celsius plus or minus 2 degrees Celsius, and the same relative humidity is 60% plus or minus 5% RH, until the stability have to continue up to 6 months. If the product packed in semi-permeable container, information should be provided to assess the extent of the water loss on the label. So these are the major things which we are to studying in ICH guidelines. I hope you people are got some information on ICH guidelines. If you want to like these videos, please subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching.